When it comes to these daily fantasy sites like PrizePicks and Underdog, how is it possible that some of these people are making thousands of dollars? Like Alex Monahan, where he made $60,000 this past summer off of better in one day. Well, there is a step-by-step framework and strategy that you want to follow. And it's the same strategy that I used over this past summer when I was living in Arizona to make almost $1,000 off of Underdog Fantasy. So in this video, we are going to dive into this very highly successful and profitable strategy. Things that you want to look out for, be aware of, and then also make sure that we're not too overexposed when we're building these slips. We are going to dive into everything so that you know exactly what you do to make consistent profits off of PrizePicks, Underdog, Parlay, Play, and better. Now, the first thing that you need to understand when we're over here at Underdog, the main key behind these DFS platforms as they all work the same. On a two-pick slip taking Justin Jefferson and Giannis, both on their overs, if we wanted to wager $100, we're going to receive a payout of $300. This is a no insurance type of slip. We need both of these players to hit on their overs. But if maybe we had a difference of opinion here, maybe we thought, you know what, let's take the lower on Justin Jefferson on his receiving yards. Well, the payout is the exact same. So the first thing that we need to understand with these DFS books, whether it's PrizePicks, Parlay, Play, Sleeper, they all operate the same. No matter if we take the under or the over, the price doesn't change in terms of the payout structure. But depending on what type of slip that you like to make, that is going to impact our payout. So maybe we're feeling frisky and we say, you know what, we're going to take Tyrese Halliburton higher on his points. Well, now we have a three-pick slip with no insurance that's going to pay us out $600 if we hit on all three picks correctly. So the first thing that you need to understand in order to be profitable, whether it's on Underdog or PrizePicks, is when we're looking at this three-pick slip on Underdog for a $100 wager to pay us out $600, over on OddsJam at their free parlay calculator, we could see that a $100 wager with three individual legs at each at minus 122 odds is going to give us odds of plus 500 and a payout of $600. But if we remove Tyrese Halliburton from our slip and we just want to wager on a two-pick slip for $100, as we mentioned before, our payout is $300. Well, back over here at a calculator, we could see that now the odds for each individual play have changed. They went from minus 122 all the way up to minus 136. As you can see here, our odds are plus 200. Our payout is $300. So when you're on these platforms, you need to understand that whether you want to build a two-pick slip or maybe a six-pick slip, there's going to be a different payout structure, and you need to know for each individual leg that we're playing on that slip what the odds are, because price dictates everything. If you're looking to become a long-term profitable sports bettor over the course of weeks and months, playing multiple slips a day on these platforms every single day, price is so crucial. The second tip for people like Matt Downs and Alex Monahan, they truly understand the impact of price. And depending on the platform that you're playing on, there are certain optimal slips that we want to build. Now, this is no different when we're saying, maybe I would sell you this brand new iPhone for $990. You know that if you went out and looked at this iPhone and the rest of the market, you could buy it for $1,000. So while you're getting a very small discount, it's not really maybe enough to move the needle for you. But if I said, hey, I'll sell you this brand new iPhone for $200, that is a massive gap compared to what the price is to buy a brand new iPhone. So you know you're receiving value for your money. This is no different in sports betting. When we're looking at specific plays, Alex Monahan and Matt Downs aren't using their gut to figure out, you know what, I got a good feeling on Justin Jefferson. No. They're going to look at the sports betting market. They're going to take a look at the prices between all the sports books, what they have set for Jefferson, and see if there is any value. We're looking for gaps in price when we're looking to build these different types of slips. So Alex Monahan doesn't wake up in the morning and tells himself, you know what, I think Giannis is going to go over on his points tonight. No, what he does is he fires up the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer. Maybe he comes over to Underdog Fantasy. Like we mentioned before, depending on the type of slip that you make, there's odds attached to each individual leg. So for a three-man slip, we're getting odds of minus 122 like we showed earlier in the parlay calculator. So we could see that for Harry Kane to not score a goal, this is a really good play. The OddsJam Optimizer tells us this play should really be at odds of minus 136. We know on a three-man slip with no insurance with Underdog, we're getting this at minus 122. Over at Pinnacle, they see this at minus 152, so we're getting a massive discount playing this at Underdog compared to the rest of the market. And that's what this tool does. If the plays are in green, we want to go ahead and pounce. Now, this changes dramatically if we wanted to build, say, a two-man slip with no insurance. Like we mentioned before, we would go from minus 122 odds to minus 136. Well, the optimizer is going to take a look at it and say, well, there's a slight edge with Harry Kane, but for everyone else, these are plays that we want to avoid because there isn't a mathematical edge. Now, over here at Dabble, let's say we wanted to build a 5-man pick at minus 121 odds. One of my favorite things to do is come over to the minimum data points section and type in at least 2. That means we're going to be receiving opinions from at least 2 different sports books on what they feel maybe Tyler Hero's under is for points, rebounds, and assists. On Dabble, they have the line currently at 28. Well, we could see that a lot of different sports books right here offer their opinions. Whether it's maybe at under 27.5 at FanDuel at minus 122 odds, or on DraftKings, we can bet the under 26.5 at minus 120. So we could see here that we're going to get his line at 28, and we're getting this play at minus 121 odds. So compared to DraftKings, we're getting an extra 1.5 for his points, rebounds, and assists. Compared to FanDuel, we're getting a discount as well. So this is what's really crucial that I love to use is the minimum data points. More opinions from the sports books on this line, the more confidence that I have when I see these plays in green. I also will go ahead and add plays in yellow, like a Clint Capella or an Andrew Nemhard, because once again, we have a lot of different sports books offering their opinion on maybe Capella's under points. Some of these books have this at 10.5, like Caesars at minus 142. We're getting an extra point to hit this under, and we're receiving the odds of minus 121. This is data-driven sports betting with DFS platforms. This is the recipe for success to cash these slips. Now, linked in the description will be a 1-week free trial to the Fantasy Optimizer, and then use my code BILLYC, and it's going to save you 35% off your first month after the trial ends. The NBA is just getting underway. We have the NFL and NHL in full swing. This is the best time of the year to take advantage of this with so many different opportunities, guys. You're not going to want to miss it. Guys, if you found value in this content, smash that subscribe button and click that bell notification so you don't miss any videos that we drop. This is what we're about at OddsJam, bringing you different strategies, tips, and tricks, what to look out for, and helping educate you to understand the math behind how you can become a profitable sports bettor. So the crucial mistake that so many beginning sports bettors make is that they say, okay, Billy, I hear you. We need a lot of volume on these platforms. But what you don't want to do is have the same player on 50% or more of your slips that day. It's going to leave you in a risk of ruin. We are so dependent on one specific outcome, and if that outcome doesn't occur, now we're in trouble. Another very important tip is because all of these DFS platforms, we're building some type of parlay, whether it's a 2-pick slip or an 8-pick slip. Well, compared to single bets or straight wagers, we're going to run into a lot of variance day in and day out, whether we're trying to hit 5-pick slips consistently, 8-pick slips, 3-pick slips, it doesn't matter. These are much more difficult to hit consistently compared to straight wagers. So we want to make sure that we're not wagering too much money per slip. That's why I advocate for you to put a lot less down. So look at your daily bankroll. How much money are you going to spend on PrizePicks and Underdog today? And then look at that amount and take the very conservative approach early on. Get some confidence, get some reps in, understand how the tools work, see a few of these go through the hoop. And then that's when you understand the strategy, understand the daily variance that you're going to deal with. That's when you can start to up the unit size when you start to see profits roll in. With the NBA season in full swing, if you love to bet on player props, then you need to check out this NBA betting strategy video that has helped me crush the sports books over the last 2 seasons. Click this video right here that's going to walk you through step by step the sports books that we want to focus on, the odds range that we want to set our parameters to, and the markets that we want to attack to make consistent cash all throughout the season.